Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Hines on the toss play. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. First carry for Darius Geis. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last run, so here is 2nd and 7 from the 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they'll throw it with Marino. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the handoff, it's Geis. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Blue line it!
Now Marino looking to throw on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Now, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Nyheim Hines, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that was a quick-hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now, when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Watching now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So,
and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. In for the score. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 319.
On 2nd down, Marino. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, Marino. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit.
Now Marino operating with 3rd and long. And this one is incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. And taken right on the 30. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out come the Jets. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So line of scrimmage still with 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Marino. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on
now.
3rd and 9.
Blue 90. Detroit, Detroit.
Marino here from the gun, finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. Whoosh. And they're running right through him. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out now come the Jets. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on first down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Gun. They'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers. Because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them. And that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
They're swooping.
Green 39.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd down and 5 here to start things out. They'll hand it down to Geis. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Darius Geis, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Threaded him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
After the interception, here's Marino. Buying time to his left. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, it's Marino. And that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Here's Marino. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And this will be taken at the 13. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hurry up, here we go.
They begin the drive with Hines. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
He'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Hot.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue landed.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally...
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Gone! 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 Hot!
On 3rd down, Marino. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 14.
Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Craig. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about execute.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Steps away to his left. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Marino. Now Marino coughs it up. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Blue 90.
Third down, here's Geis. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. For a touchback.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll throw on first down with Marino. Dumps it off for Geis. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after them now.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Indeed, they're going for it with Marino. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Marino will look to throw on first. They'll roll it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Marino to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff. But still, a lot of guys to account for.
Flush to his right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They're going on 4th down. Marino. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run again with Hines. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Nyheim Hines, 44 yards. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Marino. Going deep now for Decker. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. A beautiful spin and room to run.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now Marino looking to throw on 2nd down. They'll check it down to Geis. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play. But if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
These guys have punted 4 times already. And they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. New York set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
They'll set up a throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
On 2nd down, here's Marino. And his pass, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Here's Marino to throw. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And got his man complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
He's going to rifle one deep left. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A gain of 39 that time. Back now in Miami. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. He'll drop to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
Marino sets up. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Out of the gun, it's Marino. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's Steelers running back complete. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
1st down, Marino finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
To throw is Marino. It's caught. Decker. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now let's go. Green, 39.
Now Marino on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep. Decker's got it for a Miami touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense. With 2 guys going up for the football, which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jets have got it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw here. That's caught right side by Anderson. He'll get the penalty yardage back exactly, 10 yards, as they'll get it to 2nd and 10. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. The Jets on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green.
He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Marino incomplete on the 3rd down throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Marino will throw. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Detroit!
Here we go. It's Marino on 4th down. Over the middle, complete. That's Chandler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Marino will look to throw on 1st. To Decker over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on 1st. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Marino to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
On 1st and 10, it's Marino. Right side, there's Decker. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Gone! 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 Set! Green 39! Green 39! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
On 2nd down, Marino. He'll check it down to Geis. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They go play action now. Marino. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Now Marino. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. Marino being chased out left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just... And now here is another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go now. Green.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And it's 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
They'll run for it with Hines. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
One last shot for Marino. Eluding the pressure right. What a spin. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these 2 teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years.